kind of quickly. I might need my glasses for this, but this is obviously all liver in here. I like pinning out the liver on the frog because it's easy. This is all liver in here. Digestively, this is stomach here.
The tissue.
This is the stomach right there. Stomach goes back up, so I'm on the pylorus of the stomach here. Then, as I go down into the duodenum here of the small intestine, so this is all in small intestine here, I'm going to find the pancreas tissue right where my finger is. Now, there's not a lot there, but in some of the other frogs, it looks better than that. But again, the pancreas is going to be between the pylorus of the stomach here and the duodenum of the small intestine. So there we go, right there.
That's the pancreas?
Mm-hmm.
The dark one?
Let me go get my glasses. I'm getting old. My lenses are like 300 years old.
Are you not
Is it recording?
Yeah. It's just behind my ear.
It's the hair.
Thank you. And that's
No, we should get one out.
No, there's one strand. Like a strand. Thank you. There, perfect.
So I think I thought that was the heart, the dark black thing. And then he said pancreas, and I was like, pancreas?
They're not far off. All right. Let's see. Where are we here?
You said that black thing was the pancreas.
Yeah, I can see it now. All right. That's the spleen.
Okay.
Yeah, the black thing is the spleen. The pancreas is that little tissue in there.
Okay.
That little tissue there, yeah. All of this. You see this stuff in here? That's all pancreas. It's really diffuse. That's the spleen right there. Small intestine then goes back to this, and that is directly into the rectum. So we don't have a lot that's referred to as colon. These things here are fat bodies. Those are fat bodies.
Where?
And all this yellow.
We can't see anything.
There. So these are fat bodies here. So just again, stomach, body of the stomach, pylorus of the stomach, that's the pancreas in there. Following that, we go into the small intestine here, eventually into the rectum. That's the spleen right there. These are the fat bodies here.
Where's the heart?
Here, let me do all this first, and then we'll jump to the heart. I want to do the kidneys and the gonads. Underneath here, even though it's kind of hard to see, those are the kidneys, and the gonads are not developed on this, so that's the kidney. This here that I ask a lot is the lung. That's a lung, remember, pulmocutaneous, so that's a lung right there. This is the ventricle of the heart right there, and these two above it, even though I'm not going to be able to touch both of them very easily, are the atria here and on the other side. Obviously, it's much easier to pin out the ventricle than it is the atria. Huh?
The darker part?
Yeah, the darker part, but there's also the sinus venosus in that, and there's some blood vessels. We didn't do the blood vessels because these are not injected. So, what can you expect? Obviously, liver, any of the digestive components. This one I would never pin out the pancreas. It's not very obvious, but I would pin out the spleen. I would also pin out down here. This is going to be kidney, and there's a gonad right there. That little tiny, that little white thing that's on the kidney is going to be a gonad.
Is this a female or not? Do you have to know?
Well, not really. Okay. It's harder to sex these, but this right here is going to be a lung. That's the heart, the ventricle of the heart, the atria of the heart.
So ventricle is the lighter part.
Yes,